Okay, folks, we are back with our profile of our second Big Boss car carrier. Yes, we went ahead and bought another one. This one is running, and it has all four cars, which we're going to profile in a moment. So what we're going to do, and it's very dusty, we're going to de-dust it all with compressed air. I'm going to blow through everything. I'm going to clean all the plastic thoroughly, and then I'm going to plastic polish everything. It's also one of the cars, this guy packaged this thing so enthusiastically that one of the cars, the top got squished a little bit, and one of the A-pillar got broken, so I'm going to glue that and replace that. And hopefully the rest of this is going to come together, and then we'll run it through its paces and see how it goes. We're putting aside the trailer for a moment, and we're going to acquire some brushes so that we can get into the textured surface on the top of the vehicle. It's very hard to get clean, so we're going to get some brushes for that. In the meantime, we're going to turn our attention to the cars. You can see this is the Stingray. This is one of the cars I don't have on the other one I was missing. And this is really cool with an opening trunk and a removable hardtop. Very cool. It's definitely a Corvette. I don't know how they got around, or if they maybe did license it. There's no mistake, it's a 1963 Corvette with the indentions and the grills here. The convertible with the removable hardtop model. And but it's so dusty and dirty, and there's something on the seat in there too. Yuck! What is that? We're getting rid of it right now. First thing we do, a little love blast. Remember, don't use too high a blast if you've got things that can fall off or break, like the plastic windshields or something like that. But this is pretty much, it is what it is. And we're going to get this thing really clean. The other thing, if you want to work with, you know, a little bit of water to dampen things, of course, be careful of decals or the things that don't like water. And then what I do is I like to mist this stuff up a little bit here. Just a little bit, right? And get in there and really wipe this thing down. Take a couple of Q-tips and squeeze them together hard like that, okay? Hit it with a blast of water. Now watch me lift this away. See that gross, I don't know if you can see it, dark stuff on the seats? You can also fold up a piece of paper sometimes, or stiff card, and get into these places where there's creases. Also, don't forget the underside. Usually not as dusty, because it's not facing up and getting all the dust. But it can get dirty. You take your hardtop off, close your trunk, put your hardtop on, and it snaps on. Is that cool or what? Okay, we have cleaned and polished this with our plastic polish. And I've gone over every piece of this thoroughly with the polish. And now what we're going to do is buff that polish right on out of there. This really brings back, takes out light scratches, really brings back the finish. It won't get rid of, you know, deeper mars and stuff like that. It'll do a lot. As you can see in this kludgy handheld shot, that's a pretty nice shiny Corvette. Nice and clean. Nothing like it was when it first got here. That's how you do that action. Here's a good example. Here's the truck, the pickup truck, not cleaned and not waxed. The green car is cleaned but not waxed yet. The blue car next to it is cleaned and waxed. And the Corvette is cleaned and waxed. See how that compares? Now here you can see a sticker that's starting to come off here and here. To fix that, what we're going to do, spray a little Scotch Super 77 into a tin where it's liquid. Take a disposable paintbrush right into it. I'm going to put it on the back of it. And on this part of it. Push it right down into place. Beautiful. Okay, the final step before we do the final wax on this car is the guy that sent this to me packed everything really nicely, but he crammed this car inside the carrier with a bunch of bubble wrap on it. And you can see he put a stress mark here, busted off this A pillar and the B pillar right here. So we're going to epoxy that back on and then wax the truck. No big damage, but so that I don't accidentally glue the removable fender on. This is the removable fix-it fender. So we're going to pop that off. Okay. And I'm going to put just a dab of epoxy here and then here, and we should be good to go. Okay, after applying epoxy to the bottom of the B pillar right here and the front of the A pillar right here very carefully, and then I put a heavy-duty rubber band on it to hold it down. This is a 1 hour cure time. I'm going to let it go overnight just for extra strength. The trailer is cleaned. Everything is cleaned up. All that we have to do is wax this unit, and then we're going to put everything together and see how it goes. Okay, we are back in the playroom. Everything is cleaned. Stickers are repaired where they could be. Everything is waxed. And there's a couple things I wanted to show on this, which is my second Marx Big Boss. That sets it apart from the other one. My other one had this too, but I really didn't show it to you. There is a built-in noise or noise maker or engine noise, or I don't know what you want to call it, but it's this right here, and I don't know if you saw it at all. You can make it out a little bit on the other video when I took this top portion off, but there's a little hammer that swings around and actually strikes this piece of plastic right here, which is just attached right here via plastic, but flexible here. And there's a little adjustment guy right here. I'll zoom in on here and see if you can see it. There's a little adjustment knob right here that you can adjust the downward pressure on this. So if I leave this unit in neutral, turn it on, see that? A little noisemaker by pushing down this tab against that little hammer. So I wanted to show that to you because I hadn't on the previous version. The other thing that I wanted to show you was show you a few interesting points on the cars. Now this is the green car that had been squashed in the top, and I've successfully epoxied the A and the B pillar, waxed it, and it came out really good. And notice this has just a straight axle, as opposed to my other green car with the other Big Boss that had what this blue car has on it, which is this bellows thing. Still have no idea what that's about, but it's on the cars that do not have the replaceable fender, whether they're blue or green, doesn't matter. Obviously they came in both colors. This is the one with the removable fender. which is kind of a nice little thing that you can quote-unquote repair. The yellow truck, I want to say a few things about. This is the yellow truck, and the odd thing about this is it has a little noisemaker, a little bronze tab that goes against the wheels there. It doesn't do it very good in reverse, and it's kind of loose. I'm just leaving it the way it is, but it's kind of a weird noisemaker. Now, a lot of people you'll see on eBay think this is the same thing as, or the same mold at least, if not the same color, the same mold as the truck that comes with the wrecker, the big bruiser wrecker. That is not the case. This is a completely different truck. And here, for people who don't believe me, because they're idiots and they don't want to believe what I say when everything that I say is true, here's the big bruiser wrecker. It's bigger, it's taller, okay, and it's longer. All the way around it's different. It has different front end. Okay, you can see that it's taller and bigger. And of course it has the divot in the back for the spare tire. Okay, you see that right there. Okay, which this does not. It's a whole different mold. They kind of look similar, but they're not the same at all. As a matter of fact, I don't even know if this would go. Yeah, you could put the truck on the car carrier if you wanted to, but it's not made for it. It is not the same unit. Now here, I'll draw your attention to the repaired sticker that was just barely hanging on there. Glued that back on. Also, this version, or I should say this particular unit, has the little rubber end piece right here on the crank handle. And this ramp cranks out a lot smoother than my other one. What we can do is go ahead and place the Corvette up on here, and maybe the green car up here. Roll the ramp up. And then let's see how this unit picks up the other two cars. The Marx Big Boss car carrier, fully loaded.
Once again, thank you for joining our show.